Boots on the ground. Sunshine Shoulder. The real nitty-gritty. Sunshine Shoulder. Boots on the ground. Sunshine Shoulder. The real nitty-gritty. Sunshine Shoulder. Boots on the ground. Sunshine Shoulder. The real nitty-gritty. Sunshine Shoulder. Boots on the ground.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Wherever y'all joining me from, thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. Shout out to the NTZ crew. There's Jacob Tanjay. He said, greetings, Brother Cal and the SS crew. My old heads, Doubtful Genius, there you are, Cisco International. He said, the music. Man, that's a heck of a theme song, man. Shout out to Anthony Edwards, one of my subscribers out in Seattle, Washington. Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today, welcome to the live stream. Of course, anybody watching this on replay. He said, what's tonight's topic, Cal? I says, when you put your foot down, they think it's sexy. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. But you know, we always have a topic, but this is your live stream. So whatever you want to talk about, put it over here in the comments and we'll try to get to it if we can. The peso is 55.83. It's creeping back up, guys, which is a good thing. What's up, Kamal? Johnny S says, hey, Cal, I was thinking today that you should write a piece about your long walk. I am. I'm getting it together, brother. What's up, man? Jesus. No, Jen's ex-boyfriend. Oh, come on, man. You guys. We're getting ready to get him out of here. I got him. Guys don't have nothing else to do. You know, that's what I got wrote down here, believe it or not. Okay, it says, what is it about men being happy, improving their lives and exercising their options that has a lot of people upset, mainly other men? And it says, I very seldom get attacked by women for the choices that I made, you know, as far as living over here and dating younger women. It's always some unhappy clown over that. It's crazy, man. But I wrote that down. It's right here. And I'll be damned if he doesn't come up and, you know, prove me correct. But I want to say this before we get started on the topic. El Nino's looming, guys, over here in the Philippines. It should be here between January and March, but it's already, you can feel the effects. It's hotter than it's ever been in the Philippines. I've been coming here on and off for almost 15 years. It's as hot as it's ever been. I mean, if you've ever been to Las Vegas in June or July and you walk down that main strip, the new strip, you know what I'm talking about. It's burning hot. And if you're here now, if you don't have to go outside during the daylight hours, I wouldn't go. I'd stay in. I'd go from A to B as soon as you possibly can. The best time to come out now is early in the morning or late evening, even at night, because the heat is on here right now. Sun is on his job, man. And it's really, really hot here, guys. And of course, you know, I did a short yesterday. I just took it out of my live stream. And I'm talking about, I don't date old women. And, you know, you get your pushback. But when a woman says she doesn't date old men, you know, no one bats an eye. But I'm just being honest. I don't want anything old but money. And when I get 80, maybe I'll date a 50 or 60-year-old woman. But I'm 60 and that's too old for me. He said, Cal, what's your email? Here it is. Thank you, Jacob. He says, Calvin, that heat can be dangerous. Think cool thoughts and stay safe. Yeah, I mean, really, guys, it's dangerous over here right now. I mean, even when you get in the tricycle, you think you're going to get that breeze. There's no breeze, man. It's hot, burning hot, no matter what you have on. I wear a lot of dry fit stuff over here, but it don't help right now. It's looming. COVID cases on the rise here. Now, I don't know what that means, but you're going to see the reemergence of that face mask. It's all over the Philippines now. Everybody's back to wearing the mask. And the cases are on the rise. And the president came out and said something about it. He contracted COVID again, third time. And I don't know what that means, man. Just know that they said it's on the rise. Also, the Sinulog, we're about a month out from the Sinulog. That's the big festival held in Cebu every January. Just think Mardi Gras. Just think Carnival in Brazil. And it's a whole week of activities, culminates on that Sunday with the big parade and everything. If you never experienced it, man, it's something to experience. I went one time. It's enough for me, man. It's literally millions of people in a general area. They changed it a little bit since COVID, but it's a lot of fun. And if you never experienced it before, it's really something to see. What time is it? Travis said, what time is it? What's going on, man? But let's get to the topic. And I don't know what happened. You know, some guy wrote me, he said, Cal, you had 500 people on your live stream. I don't know. I guess nothing was going on. It was like 540 people, man. I want to thank y'all for that. That's the most I've ever had watch a live stream of mine, other than when I went to Thailand and me and Chocolate Man in Thailand, we did a collaboration on the live stream with 650. I mean, it was just unbelievable. But I don't know. I guess there was no games or anything going on at that time. Whatever it was really nice, man. Okay, he says, hey, what's up, Cal? This is Rodney in the VA. What's going on, brother? Yeah, he said people are still getting COVID here in San Francisco. Okay, yeah, January 21st. Oh, okay. Ace, he says, good morning, Vietnam. It's nice to be in the Philippines. This is my buddy, man. He's one of those guys. Age ain't nothing but a number, right, Ace? He came to a couple of my meet and greets, and you know, I want to be like Ace when I grow up. He's got a nice looking, sexy looking Filipino. I guess he's in her 40s, maybe. I think he's getting close. Are you 80 yet, Ace? But he looks good. He's sharp for his age. But you know what I wanted to talk about? See, Western men have a reputation over here for being soft. You know, we're seen as easy marks over here. And, you know, they think that we're easy to control. Certainly easy to manipulate. And that's because so many men have come over here and fallen into that category. Now, Filipinos know when they get with a foreign man, usually from the West, that they're going to enjoy a freedom that they normally don't enjoy. It's more than just the money. They get another type of freedom. Because Filipino men over here have a reputation for being strict. They're the men of the house. See, there's clearly defined roles over here. It's just how it is. And they also think that all we want is sex. So if they just give us all the sex we want, they can control us and manipulate us. This is where the title comes from. You know, when you put your foot down here, they think it's sexy. You know, a man's got to do what a man's got to do, because there's clearly defined lines over here. There's clearly defined roles over here. I'm going to read a little bit, just to give y'all a little heads up to what I'm talking about. But we were talking about the Filipino man. He's the head of the house. But see, we've been hit over the head so long with this women's lib and this Me Too movement that the lines have become blurred. Men are really confused. We don't know our place in the house anymore. We don't know our place in society anymore. Hey, Keisman Flowers. I'm sorry. He said, thanks for that super chat. He said, I appreciate your content, man. Keep doing good work and reminding me of my dream of living overseas. And that's really all I am, man. See, you get it, brother. I mean it. I'm not saying that because you sent me the super chat. But a lot of guys, man, they're always, hanging on what I say. They're not looking at what I'm actually doing. And the guys who see what I'm doing, I actually got on a plane and moved away from that matrix and found something else. This is what I want you to see. I mean, I'm no smarter than any of you guys watching this. We just have a conversation. I just come up with some topics and stuff, but I'm no smarter than anybody else. We're just having a conversation, but you hit it on the nose, bro. That's what I want to do. I want to be an example to say, look, man, you got to exercise your options. Because remember, you can weigh it up, and that's what I did. You don't have anything to weigh it up against. You got all Western living over here, nothing else. I was watching a documentary on Brazil last night, and it got me interested, but it wasn't, a party video or nothing. It was just that I think I can do some work over there. I think I can help some people over there. And, the guy, he's from Germany. He said Rio was, in his opinion, the most beautiful city in the world. And it just got me to thinking, I know I could help people over there. But see, because the lines are blurred, women being in control of the household is no big deal to us over there. See, the unnatural has become the natural over there. Men are comfortable with that. We don't really care. We've allowed them to scoot us out of our place. And if you come over here with that type of attitude, it's going to be trouble. You're going to get disrespected. They're not going to respect you. Okay, because Filipinos, they're capable of doing everything on their own, but they don't want to. They're used to having that man there. Men are still important over here. And this is what I'm talking about. So when you're able to be the man of the house over here, to assume your rightful place at the head of the table, that's what she's looking for, man. She really likes that. She wants a man who's confident, who's not afraid to make the decisions. The easy ones are the hard ones. She's looking to you to make the decisions, guys. I'm telling you from my experience over here. If you ask a Filipina, hey, what do you want for dinner tonight? She's going to say, what do you want for dinner? If you say, what do you want to do on your birthday? Your birthday. She's going to say, well, what do you want to do on my birthday? She's always going to be looking to you to lead. And if you don't know how to lead, you're going to get left behind over here. Sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. That may hurt her feelings or whatever, but, man's got to do what a man's got to do over here. But let me say this before I go on. I believe that men and women were equal, but we're certainly not the same. Okay? I've got things that I've got to do. All this, I can do whatever you can do bullshit, man. It's got to stop at some point. That's what's blurred the lines over there. You can't do what I can do. Y'all saw the other day that, it's been going around, which, what's up, retired 2019, John Gomez, what's up? What's the young lady, the boxer, that's always talking, smack? she can fight me and all that. Now there's a tape of her going around getting knocked the hell out. Put on her back by a no-name, just a sparring partner over there. And that's basically the whole thing in a bottle, man. You know, we're not the same, ladies and gentlemen. But a Filipino wants a strong man. Says size 13 running shoes. You may not find in Southeast Asia. Yeah. Well, you want to bring something like that over here. But to be honest, I've got a buddy, Smiley. He comes over here. I think he wears a size 14, if I'm not mistaken. 13 or 14. And he buys Nikes over here, Jordans and different things like that. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, I've had a woman drive several hundred miles to see me. Women love a take charge man. They certainly love it over here. Okay. Remember, Filipinos are capable of doing it on their own. But they don't want to. If without a man over here, you're going to struggle. The struggle is real. There's no safety nets over here. There's no AFDC. There's no Section 8. There's no food stamps and all of that. So when she comes over here, she's expecting you to take control of the reins. We're not talking about being abusive and all that. Yeah, this lady here, man, she got knocked on her behind. Because women aren't really fighting wars, around the world. They're doing some type of support. They're not building the infrastructure. They may be designing it, but they're not doing the grunt work. We're not the same. And Filipinos know that because they come from a culture, see, that dictates a whole lot of their life. We downplay the importance of culture. Western people do. We think that anything goes. Well, if anything goes, it's going to go over here. But they, we downplay culture over here, and that's why if we get in trouble a lot of times, because we'll disrespect culture without even knowing we're disrespecting it. Yeah, that's her name, Clarissa Shields. Yeah, she got her head knocked off the other day. That's crazy, though. Talking about she can fight a man. What's up, Cedric Giles? Kamal said this was talked about in the United States over the years, often known as role reversal. It's wreaked havoc here over the decades. It has, man. And that's why I'm telling you that when you come over here, it's all about being the man of the house. You got to set the rules and some boundaries. Because one thing I like about the Philippines over here, there's order. But remember culture, so they eat on a timely basis. We get up in the morning, breakfast, then 11 or 12 lunch, then dinner. You're not even hungry. So you got to say, hey, look, here's the times I'm going to eat. And this is what I want to eat, and this is how I want you to cook it. If not, man, you're going to have trouble. She's not going to have a problem with you doing that. Setting down the rules, setting the boundaries, wherever it is. If it's in the bedroom, tell her what you like. Tell her what you want. Because she's looking for you to lead. As long as you're going somewhere, she's not going to have a problem following you. But we've gotten out of the habit of leading over there. Because it's all a 50-50 thing. And, okay, well, men and women are the same over there. I just wear the pants today, you wear the pants tomorrow. It's not like that over here. You got to wear the pants every damn day. So if you can't do that, then it's okay to remain single. You probably want to remain single here or hit the bars. Because if not, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a big problem. If you can't put your foot down every now and then and say, it's my way or the highway. Call their bluff every now and then. I'm not talking about in an abusive way. All right, you absolutely, but that's what I'm saying. Even in the bedroom, you gotta be in control. See, a woman over here, she knows her role. She's comfortable with it. She doesn't mind doing the things that she is, that the culture dictates her to do. See, we don't have a lot of culture over there, really. When things go wrong over here, and they sometimes will, they got that culture to fall back on. It kind of guides them. We don't have it. She don't have a problem with that. But then when you come over here and you want that 50-50 stuff, everything goes stuff, and she's forced to switch roles, you're going to have a trouble, man. It's not going to work. She's going to be unhappy. No, we're equal. I'm saying when I'm talking about equal, Floyd, I mean, as far as equal rights, the equal right to pursue happiness and all that, I'm no better than a woman. That's just my way of looking at it. But yeah, we're different though. Yeah. But yeah, we're equal. Hey, what's going on, Robert? He said, Calvin, hello from Texas. Is it easier or harder to find clothes or clothing for a 262, 275 American size 13? Cooler for 14 is there, then they have size 13 thing. Yeah, well, here's what you want to do. Somebody like you, because see, somebody like me even has a hard time, Robert. And hell, I'm 5'8", 195 pounds, depending on when I weigh myself, sometimes 200. And I have a problem. So what you probably want to do is bring some extra clothes, send some stuff ahead of time that you come in here, depending on how long you're going to be here. You can send a Balik buying box, man, full of shoes, full of clothes. You can fill it all the way up. There's no weight limit. They're going to give you the box, the company is. You fill it up with your clothes and shoes and stuff. Because, yeah, you're going to have a hell of a time finding out, finding clothes for you. Hey, what time is it? Travel said, Cal, I'm noticing a lot of your short videos. Some bloggers in the West are using them to prove their point that men have more options in the Philippines. Wow. And see, I like that. That's good. YouTube told, they send out this stuff to try to help you with your channel and everything like that. And they said, hey, well, put out shorts and do them consistently. I wasn't doing them consistently. I really don't know how to do them because I just do raw stuff, takes that I find interesting, and I'll put them up there, but nothing like the edited stuff that you see. But yeah, that's good news for me. Hey, off the cuff adventures with Jamie, what's going on? Yeah, they do respect order, they do. But what you have to do is, if you make the right decisions consistently enough, she's not going to have a problem letting you call the shots. And then the few times when you make the wrong decision, she's not going to hold it against you. But you got to learn to be the man over here, guys. That's what this whole video is about. We've gotten out of the habit of being men. It's like this partnership. Stop using that. She's my life partner. They don't understand that over here. They'll take that as a disrespect when you say something like that, because how you playing around with me. They think in terms of husband and wife over here. Life partner. Man, you the man of the house over here, period. And just stay single, man, if you have a problem like that. Mr. Professional says, when a man is confident, intelligent, assertive, as Kevin Samuel said, It works all over the world. Some men think they don't need those qualities just because they go to a foreign land. Now, you need that over here in abundance, Mr. Professional. You're exactly right. And hats off to Kevin Samuels. Cooper Side Adventure says, hey, Cal, I'm able to get shirts up to size 7X and shoes up to size 16 here in Thailand. Yeah, but, you know, we know what we want to wear, Cooper. You know, he may not like the styles over there. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a whole lot more choices in Thailand than here. He's coming here, and, you know, you lived here. Hell, you're not a spring chicken yourself. You know it's hard to find good fitting clothes here unless you're up in Angeles City, Subic Bay up there, Metro Manila. You may be able to find something. But yeah, it's good information, man. But yeah, over here, and I'm not talking about being abusive. You know, because if they think that if you try a little finesse with women, then you're a simp. Everybody's a simp now. They overuse that word. Remember, I was saying on my last live stream, if you don't beat your woman, if you don't have your foot on her neck, if you're not controlling her, then you're a simp. Well, it's a wonder why the woman's not cooperating with you. And she's not doing anything to please you. You liable to wake up one morning with your damn bed on fire. I mean, it's just a better way to do that. What's going on? Benito 24 said, what's up, Cal, here from Houston. My buddy's from Houston. He just left here, man. What's his name? Sanford is his last name. He sent me some pictures, him and his girl. Scamper Steven says, it's a good excuse to go shopping in the town. Then Manila once every couple of months on your own. Yeah. But see, that's the rules you got to set down immediately of being a man. See, and if you make the right decisions consistently, she's never going to question that. But if you just coming over here, it's my partner, and you know, we do everything 50-50, and you wear the pants one day, I'll wear pants the next. She's not going to let you do that. She's going everywhere you go. And if you go anyway, it's going to cause a problem. But if you say, if you go on and lay it down right now, when she has your undivided attention, say, look, I'm going to Manila every few months shopping for clothes. It's not going to be a problem. See, you got to put your foot down about that. You can't be, hesitating and all of that, going back and forth. Napoleon Hill, if you've ever read Think and Grow Rich, he said one of the 33 causes of failure is the inability to make a decision and then to follow through with that decision. We're always going back and forth. Man changers, I call them. They change their mind. 5 minutes before it happens, it's okay, I changed my mind. And then you better learn how to make a decision, man, over here and stick with it. Because she's going to look to you for the decision. They're like, hey, what do you want to drink? You go out to the bar. What do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? It's going to go back and forth like that. So even when you go to the grocery store, just start putting stuff in there. Make a list before you go and start putting stuff in the basket, because she's not going to make that choice. Casman Flower said, my grandmother did that to my grandfather when he was abusing her. She set the bed on fire while he was sleeping. Wow. Yeah, see, that's what happened with these tough guys over there. Everybody's a tough guy now in the way that they handle women. And I'm like, well, no wonder there's a problem over there. But you don't have to, she doesn't have to set the bed on fire, but you certainly have to set the rules and the boundaries. Go back. I should have put it in my description, and I'll go back and do it. But I've got a video. It's called the Jordan Ruse. You know, what every foreign man should have in his home. It's just certain things that, remember that word culture keeps coming up. We downplay it. It's important over here. It's not like over there where everything goes over there. It's culture over here. So they're going to do things as in order. So if you don't come in and put your rules in there some kind of way, then you're going to see a lot of stuff going on over here that you're not going to agree with. It's going to make you uncomfortable. You know, one of the rules is when I go to bed, everybody goes to bed. If you're not sleepy, well, just like my mother said, you lay there long enough, you're going to go to sleep. There's no karaoke. When I'm asleep, there's no karaoke going on in there. I promise you that. Then all of a sudden, people ain't going to show up at my house. We lock that gate. Ask anybody that's ever stayed in my guest house. That's my rule. We lock that gate at 8 o'clock. Now, I give them a little bit of leeway with when people are staying over there, especially if they have a motorcycle. I'll say 9 o'clock. But that's my rule. That gate's locked. There's nobody showing up because this is the culture. They'll do that. On a Friday or Saturday night, they'll show up with the damn karaoke box under their arm. And then there you are in there because you haven't set the rules down. They singing, you know, Sunshine on My Shoulders at 1 a.m. in the morning. Drinking Red Horse and all that. John Gomez says, YouTube unsubscribed me from your site. I was wondering why I did not get any notices. Yeah, they've done a lot of people like that, and I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I'm going to have to go on TikTok and Instagram and all that. Mr. Passport King says that don't flip-flop on the decision, especially the things you say. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm saying. Because, boy, will they catch on to that real quick. Yeah, they are you sure? You don't ever want that are you sure to come out of their mouth. But I'm glad you brought this up, okay? He said some women want to act like men and some men act too feminine. Well, see over here, the Filipino wants to act feminine. She's comfortable in her role over here. It doesn't mean she's inferior or anything, or incapable. But she's okay with that role over here. Because I'm going to tell you guys something, if you've never lived with a Filipino before. Some things are just off limits to the man in the house. You're not going to be cleaning this house. They're going to clean it. You're not going to cook. And when you do say, oh, let me cook, you know, she's going to resent that. Okay? But things like that, washing clothes, you know, I know you did it over there. But over here, the culture is here. You got to sit down somewhere. She wants you to provide and protect. That's really it. That's really all she wants you to do. But yeah, you know, people think I'm joking. That's a rule in this house. When I go to bed, everybody goes to bed. Michael Beersday says, early to bed, early to rise. I love karaoke. I might be tailor-made for Philippines. Yeah. But here, wow, he said, I just checked and had to subscribe again. It has something to do with this new algorithm. But even here in San Carlos, there's really no nightlife. There's a few little places in the cut, but I think on the weekdays, hell, 9 o'clock, they're done. You go somewhere like Dumaguete, you know, the urban cities is a different story. But we're talking about in my house, man, you got to set some rules. You got to set some boundaries. Don't be showing up at my house uninvited. because that gate is locked at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry. But we'll come over here and everything goes. Okay. He says it's a classic video. It is. You know, I was making these videos when nobody was watching, really. Nobody was watching when I was making videos like that. Not many people were watching, but it's an important video. And I'm telling you now that when you have a live-in partner, that's what they, we call it. But when you have a wife over here, that's what they call. You got to put your foot down on certain things. Don't be, I just got finished eating at 9 o'clock. Don't bring my lunch in here at 11. I'll let you know when I'm hungry. It's not being mean. And like the guy said, hey, if you got to go to Dumagetti, every now and then I've got to go to Dumagetti for an extension. Look, I'm going to Dumagetti for an extension. All right, you got to be, that's more important than whatever it is you're worried about. What time is it, Travels? Thanks for that super chaser, Cal. Have you ever thought about selling T-shirts and mugs, travel prayer? The proceeds will fund the wheel spinning. Just a thought. Yeah, but once I get I'm in the right situation, because then I would be earning money in the Philippines, and then I would have to pay taxes, and it's going to open up a can of worms. People watch my live streams because I know they do, looking for things like this. What time is it, travel? So they can turn it over to the authorities. They don't have anything else to do. It's just something about men who are happy, who were courageous enough to make some choices that improve their life and their statue, that some people don't like. It's mostly other men, mostly other foreign men, miserable ass men who, want to have me deported. I'm like, well, what is it going to do for your life? I don't get it. Pierre Cochran says, how getting along about leaving? What do you mean? He says, it seems that when a YouTube channel is heavy with men subscribers, they seem to shadow ban you. Something's going on, but see, the type of shadow ban that they're trying to do with me and a lot of other people, it's deliberate. Okay, the Bright Side channel, remember I reminded y'all of this before. Go to their channel. They got 44 million subscribers. Now all of a sudden, their videos, it's hard for them to get 10,000 views, man. Don't you know if you can go to somebody's channel and hit videos and then hit the most popular. And it'll show you the highest views that I've ever gotten on a video. You go on now, I want to say it was 92 million on their channel. But it's something just humongous viewer count, right? And now you go on there now and see what they're getting. Because they were consistently getting 11 million, 10, 8, 6. Now you might see 22, 7,000, 4,500. I'm like, how in the world could that possibly happen? Look now, if you don't believe me, go to YouTube and look. Yeah, but I don't even get into that no more. And I'm thinking like, what's going on with people? I don't even do that. And remember, I don't give a damn anymore. But I do give a damn if I have to go in front of these people. It's embarrassing. Kamal says, laugh my ass off as many times as you mentioned. Has this happened to you back in Louisville? Absolutely, it did. With my American wife's family, because there's no boundaries. And we didn't have a gate. We didn't have a fence. You could easily just come up to my house. Yeah, I'm thinking, hey, Elliot, letting Merlin do a lot of this stuff. He says, Bajan Bain says, I'll be in Angeles December 30th to January 4th on a break from Patia. I love Patia, man. I fell in love with Patia. Mike says, my wife's always waiting for me to make that last decision in the household. It's been like that ever since we've been together. Listen, guys, I don't just be yapping on here and making up shit. I'm trying to help you when you come over here because a lot of you guys, whether you say it or not, you're going to eventually get involved with a woman over here. I just try to give you some little inside information like that. I know you're not used to making the decisions 100% over there, but over here, you're going to have to learn how to do that. Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do, even in the bedroom, because she's not going to really know what to do. It's missionary for them most of the time. They're conservative over here. So if it's something that you really like, or some way you like your fish cooked, or you want to go up in the mountains, you just got to make the decision. She's going to follow you. Jabraz says there are companies that will create and ship T-shirts and coffee mugs based in the U.S. All you do is create design. Yeah, I know. I've looked into that. And like I said, I just don't want the hassle right now. Now, the book was different. If anybody doesn't know, I wrote a book. It's just a short book. It's called The Setup. See, that's sold on Amazon. That they can turn that in if they want, but that's basically the same thing. It's being made and distributed outside the Philippines. But people are just so petty, man. They're just petty. Metal Rose says, been watching for a couple of months now, subscriber. You're the real deal. Thanks. You're welcome, man. Thank you. But Frank Ellis said, Bite Size is a great channel. It is. But go on there, Frank, and you'll see, man, their views have been cut way, way down. Way, way down. I mean, almost to the point of being ridiculous. Because when my channel started falling off like that, I was like, wow, what's going on? Right? I mean, it was a struggle for me to get 5,000 views. And I was like, wow. And I ended up, a video came across my feed. It was a man who was telling a story about a friend of his who had over 1 million subscribers. And his videos was consistently getting 400, 600, 1 million views. Now all of a sudden he can't get 1,000 views. And he showed it. He screenshotted it and showed it. I said, man, this is what's going on with me. And I looked down in the comments. There's so many channels. But they said, don't give up. Just keep going. Keep producing content. Because I guess, according to his video, he said YouTube's having a problem with the AdSense and the people, buying the ads. And so, of course, they're not going to want to pay Brightside for 92 million views. Cedric Giles says, if I moved to St. Carlos City, I would probably start off going to Dumaguete every weekend solo to establish that habit, whether I had anything to do there or not. Yeah, that's a long way, though. That's a long way. It's like if you're driving, Merlin made it on a motorcycle in 3.5 hours, she said. But on that bus, that's 5 hours, Cedric. Hey, Bruce, he says, hello from Thailand. Retired expat from the U.S., living here 5.5 years. All good here. I would never go back to the United States. See, there's that word, never, that I told y'all about. You hear that all the time. People are having it so good over here. And they say they'll never go back. And we're old enough. Look at my buddy Ace Purnell. He said he's 80 years old. What else does he have to prove in America? Other than if he wants his ashes scattered in the Pacific Ocean or whatever. Oh, okay. He said, what kind of adjustment to your channel do you have planned? Well, I'm just going to talk about things that's going on over there, but I'm not going to be there long. And I'm scheduled for February 15th, but I'm watching these damn COVID cases, man. They're rising. And, by the time it hits the news, it's probably worse off than you could imagine. Because it would be a nightmare for me to get stuck over there and locked out over here with everything I got going on. But I still got about, what's today, the 17th, about 2 months. But it's so much content. If I was in America, I'd have a whole lot more subscribers. I'd be a lot more nittier and a lot more grittier than I am over here. I just don't feel it's appropriate, to get to go all the way in the mud. I'm a guest over here. It's not going to do you any good anyway. I just think that doesn't show any class. But see, in America, I have real free speech, and people would get my sarcasm. And if some troll is watching, I wouldn't care if he went to the authorities because I'm protected. Over here, I'm not protected. I feel safe, but I'm not protected. Hey, Dennis, how you doing? Yeah, let's get the thumbs up, guys. He says, hello from New Hampshire. Now, I'm trying to think, is my buddy Mo from New Hampshire? I think he is. Robert Dames said, Calvin, did they eliminate the 6-month visa? I think they temporarily suspended it, but I was in Dumagetti getting my 2-month extension. A guy came in, and he was approved for his 6 months. So I don't know if you got to do some type of, you got to get some type of special, if they have to approve it, but you can't just go in there and get it anymore, Robert. But I wouldn't do it anyway, guys. A lot can happen in 6 months. I watched the little dude in Dumagetti. I don't even know if he's still there, a little Swedish guy. And he said the 2 months is the best way to go. Because a lot can happen in 6 months. Ask Michael Beach Life. The first time he came over here, he did 6 months, right? And he ended up leaving after 3 months. So he left all that money on the table. Hey, Devin Harris, thanks for that super sticker. Now, this is Devin Harris. He's the guy who gave me the idea for the Christmas to Remember. He said, Calvin, I'll match you $100, for that Christmas giveaway. Because I was just going to give away, just like I did for my 50,000 subscriber celebration. I was just going to spend it one time and give one lucky Filipino subscriber. But he said, no, I'll match it. And then now, we've got the money. 10 guys have matched me. And it's going to be exciting, man. Maryland wants me to say, well, how don't you do, 20 people at $2,500? No, Maryland, I'm going to do 10. In fact, I want to be a Christmas to Remember. That's a lot of money over here. But thank you, Devin. I don't even know if you had time to even send it because, but you gave me the idea, man. And I want to thank you for that. Okay, he says, Dumagetti is a long, long, long way from St. Carlos. Yeah, you don't want to do that, not every week. Hell, you'd be closer. I think, you'd be closer in Cebu. He said, facts on that. It's true. Man, it's a long way, man. It's exhausting. But it's not so far from me anymore because I walked it. So now when I'm on the bus, that's a breeze to me. But you wouldn't want to do that. Well, she's not really focused on everything I do. It's just something that she brought to my attention. And I said, okay, if you want me to get off YouTube, I will, but we'll have to sell the house, guys. Y'all don't understand. so we can have some money, the same money that built this house. Nobody comes over here to struggle. You know, you just have to put your foot down. You have to, you know, their culture's different. See, Maryland's worried about getting bashed. Me and her. You know, getting bashed to me in the comments, it's nothing, man. It rolls right off of me. But to her, it doesn't. It will ruin her whole week. And, you know, it's a big deal over here because you can't do that over here. They'll take you to court. You get in trouble for that. But they're real sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. And I said, look, just stay out of the comments, but they can't stay out of the comments. Well, I'm not going to get off of here unless you put that money back in my pocket so I can live the way I want to live over here. Other than that, just it's a small price to pay. You know, it's no big deal for real. But she's not focused on everything I do. It's really about that they want to protect you almost. Well, Robert says, are you still going to produce a 2024 Sunshine Shows calendar? I'm having the damnedest time finding the printer here, Robert. And when you go to Dumageddon, they're so used to doing like school printings for school and stuff like that. No, brother, you must not haven't been watching me. You know, this is like a subtle, you know, you're trying to slap me here, man. Come on, watch. If you've been following me for 3 years, I put a video out every damn day. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. If something's on my mind, I do it. He said, Calvin, your income must have really dropped. You dropping videos like crazy. Come on, man. I drop a video every day. That's all it is to it. You must be new. I'm just trying to hate. It has nothing to do. You can never catch up like that. That's not how you catch up, B-Cox, by putting out more videos. Why? Put out more videos for YouTube to ignore you? Because that's what they're doing. So if I put 10 videos a day, the algorithm's not going to take them and whisk them away like they used to. That's why when you see these videos, you see, like, why did this video get 500,000, a million? It's talking about nothing. Because the algorithm, YouTube could do that to every one of my videos. They could take every one of my videos and put it out there. The more people see me, the more views I'm going to get. Does that make a difference, B-Cox? But if I make a video and YouTube doesn't show it, I'm wasting my time. Look, man, I'm getting ready to get rid of you because you guys, y'all come on here with all this foolishness. You meddling, okay? Worry about your own life, okay? You have no business to be worried about that. You guys are stupid, man. Get a life, man. Hey, Pierre. He says, hey, Cal, I like your philosophy on your giving kindness. I like how you don't give a damn about the perpetual hate against your channel. Keep your foot on the gas, no brakes. Yeah, I mean, it's just a part of it that I know now. Had I known in the beginning that all this was going on YouTube, I never would have started a YouTube channel. But by the time, see, what they do is they wait until you get on the radar, and then they mess with you. See, a lot of these new channels, they don't bother them because they can't gain any traction. Nobody's going to click on it. When I had 200 subscribers, Pierre. But you know, the reason I give back is because somebody helped me in my time of need. See, that's the reason why. And plus, I grew up in a family. My mother taught us compassion. How could you live in the Philippines for any considerable period of time and not want to help? And a lot of guys help over here, man. They do it in their own way. But a lot of them help. And some guys, you know, they don't know what to do, so they'll do it through me. He said, rest in peace, John. Yeah, man. It's almost, you know, life isn't fair, man. I just hate to tell you. Life just isn't fair, man. But see, they don't even get on my nerves anymore because he says haters get a kick out of getting on your nerves. Yeah. Well, they don't get on them anymore because, see, I don't give a damn anymore, John. They can't do anything to me worse than was already done. Hey, Elliot, I love you back. He said, Cal, you need printers, come to Cebu. See, that's a good idea. I never thought about that. Now, I may go to Cebu. Because Dumagetti's different. When I tried to get my book printed, the book that they printed, man, it was just crazy. It didn't come out right. It didn't turn out good. It didn't. But I would love to do that calendar because what I'm thinking about doing, I got a lot of good ideas. What time is the travel? Says, don't ever say never. I had to go back and take care of some real estate stuff. That almost bankrupt me. Take care of all your business in the States. Yeah, you can't have 1 foot in the Philippines or wherever you are and 1 foot at home. But I was watching a video on Brazil last night, man. It really intrigued me because I've been to Rio before. But I just didn't know that the drug cartels and stuff were so damn, the drug war there is really, I mean, they're fighting the damn police and military. It's not like, in America where the dope dealers will let the police come and arrest them. Not in Brazil. The police show up, they shooting them. But it was a real intriguing video, man. Because I've been to Brazil. I may want to go back. When I go home, I may go there before I come back here. Chief Hamza says that COVID lockout happened to my aunt's husband. He went to Nicaragua to visit family and couldn't come back for months when COVID started. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on that. And so should everybody interested in coming to the Philippines. Keep your eye open. Yeah, John was a good brother, man. It's just, Yeah, eventually I may let Merlin do it. Yeah, I'm live right now, Barry. I'm thinking, are you the Barry that's over in Guam? He's a pilot. Yeah, he says, a grumpy dude, Branson. Cal, these trolls and naysayers are the same haters from elementary and high school who never grew out of being bullies. I just assume people hate me until they meet me. Hence the humorous nickname I use here. That makes a lot of sense. I just can't find it in my heart to hate people that I don't know. I don't hate Donald Trump, man. People was hating Donald Trump. I'm like, how can you hate Donald Trump? I don't even know him. I mean, I can't just bring it in my heart to hate somebody without even knowing them. What's up, Tita Chai? He's headed over here soon. Your clock is ticking, man, on that hamster wheel. John said, I got your back. Say the word, and I'll be on the 22-hour flight over there. Man, when you coming back, John? I met him over here, boy, I tell you. He's a good guy, man. I think you're in the DR now. Right, John? Hey, Barry. He says, almost a pilot. Okay, he said I crashed last year. Wow. Well, hell, evidently you're doing pretty good. You didn't die. Oh, okay, he landed on one wheel, he said. What's up, W Secrets of Success vlog? Thanks for that super sticker. He's over in Thailand living it up. I know he is. Man. What's up, Jungle Space Cowboy? This is my hero. When I grow up, this is who I want to be like. This guy's got a Rolodex of women, man. And that's a fact. Hey, thank Barry, man. He said, good luck, buddy. I appreciate you, man. I know he comes here. You somewhere. I walk right past that place where your ex used to live. I think it's Is it Libertad? I walked right past that. But thank you, man, so much, man. I really appreciate it. Because he sent me some video and some pictures from that typhoon they had over there, right? Hurricane. Is that what y'all call it over there, hurricane? And man, it was bad, man. I mean, the winds was picking. He sent me one where it just picked up the truck and just slammed it back down, upside down. But this guy here, man, he used to live in Dumaguete. He went to Angeles City and never came back to Dumaguete. These people talk about Dumaguete. It's got nothing on Angeles City, man. You know, they talk about all the foreigners in Dumaguete, man. You hardly even see any foreigners there in Dumaguete. And then you can go to the Ground Zero restaurant, and you'll see them. But most of the time, you might see just a smidgen, man. You go on that Boulevard. PR says the Philippines needs a hero like you to guide the new people that's coming over there for the first time. I appreciate all the information I'm getting from you for when I come over. See, I would have wished that I had a sunshine shoulders when I came over here, man. You know, I did a lot of stupid stuff over here, man. The only thing that saved me is the Filipino people are so nice, man. Because I made every mistake you could make. And now my mistakes have become my secrets. I just give them back to people. I don't want you to make the same mistake. Yeah, Jay's Philippines. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. He's from my hometown. Yeah, La Libertad. I'm sorry, yeah. That's what the name is. I walked right by there and I thought about you because I knew that's where your ex-girl's from. Now, I don't know who this is. I don't know where this place is right here. He says I can't get a decent price on airfare. This is S1 Philly vibes to get back to my girlfriend. Now, where are you flying from? Do you go on, try cheapo air, try Orbitz, but probably the best thing to do would be to go on the actual website of the airline. I would go on, right on Delta, right on United and all of that. And then play with the days, man. Thursday's supposed to be, on international flights, Thursday is the best day. Yeah, I really love a place like it. It didn't, where they were in the favelas. Hell, it didn't look much different than the Philippines. It really didn't. I was there, man, 40 years ago. And I fell in love with it then. So I know if I go back, I may have a hard time. But, Booby's here, so that would bring me back. But Rio is a place that I've always wanted to return to. I went to Cartagena, but it's not Rio. But I'm eventually going to go there, man. Yeah, John really was. I mean, if I hate to even say if, and so I won't do it, man. But yeah, it was my buddy, man. Yeah, he had already had some problems, man, and he just kind of accelerated it. His girlfriend really tried the best she could, but see, I'm a recovering alcoholic, man. It's impossible. You can't do it. Our families, they try everything to try to get us to stop. They don't understand, the obsession and all of that surrounding it. They just think that one day you could just wake up and be normal like they are. And he smoked like a broke stove, man. Hey, Sam. No, I'm not going anywhere. What's up, DS Prince? Thanks for that super sticker. Prince Hakeem. He says, I hung out with TJ and his girlfriend last night for a hot minute, too. Very cool. Yeah, I love TJ, man. I love hanging out with TJ. He's a young guy, but he's funny now. He talks. He came to my meet and greet, and that was probably the best meet and greet I ever had. Well, one of them. And he bought just some expensive liquor, man. They were drunk. I mean, the two girls, the one girl, I can't think of her name. Sal, I mean, she was drunk. I mean, sloppy drunk. She couldn't take another step. And then they started having drinking contests, and man, it was funny. Yeah, but TJ, he's a good guy. And see, that's what it's all about. What's up, Haitian Gunman? Thanks for that super chat. He said, John G, spend some money, man. I remember, man, you guys went at it one time on here. It was funny. Yeah, I don't speak in Portuguese either. And see, that's the thing too, man. I can't get locked out from this with that language. Even though in the Philippines they speak very little English here. They know how to speak it, but they speak very little of it. But at least if I need directions or if I've got, if I'm getting lost or something like that, the signage is in English. You go over there, man, and you're going to get stuck. Okay, he's coming out of Philly. Are you welcome? Yes, a lot. I was shocked about, and when you're in the Philippines, it's isolated, a lot of that trouble. And the military and the government, they do a good job of keeping it away from you and keeping it off the front page, really. Because they be fighting up in the mountains and everything like that. That's where, a lot of that stuff be going on. But that's why I try to relate to you these areas not to enter. Because you'll accidentally do it because you don't know. Like Cotabato. That's not far from General Santos. When I went to General Santos, I met a woman from Cotabato. South Cotabato was supposed to be safe. But I didn't want to go. I was like, no, it's okay because I heard about that. I mean, but yet I went to Glen, which you have to kind of go right through there. But it's a lot of places you want to avoid. But it's isolated. It's not like in the city, like in Rio. And then, the lady said, well, I feel safe in the favelas because the drug cartels, they keep us safe, which they do. They don't let all that riffraff go on and nobody steals or anything. He said, but if you go to the tourist spots, the popular tourist spots in Rio, the robbers and the snatchers, they're everywhere. And see, I don't run into that here, so I wouldn't want that. I don't want the threat of all that every day. But maybe somebody's on here who spent a significant time over there and say, Calvin, you don't have that to worry about. What's up, King Arthur? Thank you for your super chat. He said, thank you, Cal, for the 2 quick responses to my emails. I'm really thinking about writing a novel about my experience. You're welcome, man. I try to emails. Now, comments is different, but my emails and messages, it's nothing for me, man. If somebody writes me, that's all you can do is write them back. That's just being a decent human being. But I don't get like hundreds of emails. I mean, through the month, but not all at once. So I can do them, but it's no big deal. And you've been following me for a long, long time. But yeah, you've got a story, man. I mean, when you come over here, I'm certainly going to interview you. Because, man, what you wrote to me, I'm like, wow. Yeah, he said the way John died was brutal. It didn't have to be that way. Well, I'm going to tell you what the problem was with that, Frank. He just got some bad information. he thought Dumageddon was Dumageddon. They got these big fancy hospitals. He thought he was going to be okay. But I'm going to tell you now, if you think you're having a heart attack and you anywhere near Cebu, that's where you want to go. I mean, you go wherever you can make it to and hope they can help you. But if you know you got heart problems, you go to Changhua, you go to St. Luke, and all the real good hospitals up by Metro Manila. But if you're having a heart attack, well, you don't really got a choice. And I think that's what happened to John. They were on their way to Dumageddon anyway. This is what he told me. The day before, well, a couple of days before he died. He said they were going to Dumageddon and he started having chest pain. So he went there, man, in hell. They couldn't help him. Yeah, Haitian government was asking about you, John. He said, does Booby speak any of the Filipino language? She does. She speaks Bisaya and English. Now, she'll eventually will speak Tagalog once she gets a certain grade in school, because they teach you the national language in school. When you're at home over here, you learn whatever language and dialect that's spoken in your home. So if you're in Bacolod, she'd be speaking Ilonggo until she went to school. Or Chavacano down in Zamboanga City. There's people in Manila who speak Tagalog, they can't speak Bisaya. But people in Bisaya can speak Tagalog, because Tagalog is the national language. Yeah, Saul, whatever her name was. She was sloppy drunk. I mean, TJ bought some stuff, man. The bottle he gave us was $150 for not me, I don't drink, but for the party. And the one he had was $300. And then Smiley Franz, he bought 3 or 4 bottles, and I had bought like some wine, and I supplied all the beer, and it was crazy, man. He said he's half Portuguese. I understand some, not all. Yeah, that would be my problem, man. Language to me is the 9th wonder of the world. If you cut off from language, man, it's like you're at a great disadvantage, man. You can really be taken advantage of. You're not safe if you're in a place where you don't understand the language. You're just not safe. I'm sorry, man. He said, how long should I come over for the first time, and what should I visit while I'm there? I always suggest to people to bring as much money as you can afford and stay as long as you can, Pierre, because there's nothing like your first time in the Philippines. There'll never be another first time. It's like getting high for the first time. You're going to chase that high the rest of your life. It's the same way in the Philippines. And your star doesn't shine any brighter than it does the first time. Because people are going to know this is your first time. And women really go crazy over a man this is his first time here. So, yeah, bring as much money as you can afford and stay as long as you can. Jabraz says, I like Jonas Santos. I was there in August for a few weeks. I like it too. I met an Australian guy. He said to him and his Filipino wife, they had lived in Thailand, but he said the reason he's got a retirement visa there, he got a retirement visa here. He said, but excuse me, he just doesn't like the visa situation for his wife because she's not old enough. So he said that General Santos was the most livable place in the Philippines. Mike Dorsonville said the sad thing about it, John never saw the Philippines reopen. He died a month prior. That's sad. Yeah, he actually died like, hell, about 3 weeks. Yeah, he died close. Excuse me. I mean, he just never got to meet, you guys like I did. See, it's surreal, man. And when I was in Angelique City, a guy, Patrick, he was from the UK. He said it. Oh, he said, Calvin's funny. He says, I'm here. He said, I've never met you before, but it seems like I've been knowing you my whole life. And I said, that's the way I feel about everybody I meet on my channel. And it's just crazy when you take somebody's name off of here and then they're standing right in front of you. JR in Asia, Ace Pernell, all of them, guys. Cornelius Mack. Every last one that I've ever met over, Vince Lawson, Franz, just John Gomez, all of them, man, it seems strange to me. But it's like I know you already. He says, Shine Joy 0908 says, I'm from the Philippines. Me and my boyfriend, S1 Phil Revives, watch you most of the time. He's from Philadelphia and waiting for him to go home next year. Oh, okay, he's coming to see you again next year. Yeah, I know them long distance relationships. Y'all know how I feel about that, man. It's torture, man. It's torture. And I don't know. That's all I can tell you about it. Hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He said, yeah, Calvin, when I get there, I would love to do an interview with you. I promise to keep it short. A lot of your story, man, is painful, man, to read. But I can understand, man, especially being talked down to. I was just talking about that. Man, my American wife talked to me like I was a child, like I was one of the children. And that's what I really didn't like. What's up, Stephen and Ellie? It's my buddy. I'm pretty sure y'all have snow where you are, right? He says, southern part of the Philippines really has gotten much better, Calvin. Most of the problem there has been between a few radical groups and the military, much different now than 15 years ago. Yeah, you're right about that, but you have to understand it's heating back up. That bombing was the first, the one that really made the national news post-pandemic. But down where you live in that, what's the name of that? Sultan Kudarat, there's always bus bombings and stuff. It's never really been that bad, other than there's really been two things that's happened in the last 10 years. The Zamboanga siege and then the Marawi, basically civil war. Other than that, you're right. Yeah, there's a VA clinic here, but you have to sign up for it, Pierre, online. You can't just show up over here. But yeah, you're right, Stephen. It's not. If you stay away from the hot spots, you're going to be okay. And that's why I just try to tell guys, stay away from the hot spots. The U.S. Embassy, they know more than me. If they say, look, stay away from here, stay away. I've been fortunate that I've been down there. Nobody bothered me. I don't know why. Alpina R says, hey, Cal, that It's My Money video is screaming on point. Man, that's just something. That's real life stuff, Alpina. You've been following me for a while. This is the kind of stuff I just want to kind of relate to guys. Because we come over here and drop our guard, Alpina. And we don't seem to be as sharp here as we are at home. But you better get in front of that money. It's going to be a trouble, man. I mean, I went through it. That's why I talk about it. I don't talk about anything I've never went through or that has never happened to me. You have to understand that when I met Marilyn, she's a bookkeeper and all of that. Fancy title, 4-year degree, but she wasn't earning a lot of money, man. Like maybe $7,000. I don't care what the kid's father's a seaman, and I don't care what he earns. You've never lived like this. And spending took off. And I was like, where in the world is all this money going? It's like, look, Merlin, we got to slow down. I said, because, we're thinking about going into business together. Of course, it'll be her business, but it's my idea of building these tiny homes, man, and selling them, man, because I think you're going to get more value, guys, out of a 25 square meter house with a lot than a condo. And then even if you're not retired here, you have a retirement home. You can come back and forth. Hell, if you're going to spend somewhere between 10 and 15,000 and then you're done, you got a house. Come on, who wouldn't want to do that? I would. He said, I was surprised when I heard ISIS was in the Philippines. Yeah, well, don't be surprised, man. These so-called, back in the day they called, it depends on who's reporting the media. Who's reporting it in the media? You're either a freedom fighter or a terrorist. I mean, the Nicaraguans and Sandinistas, who was the terrorists and all that? Depends on who said. If the United States is on your side, you are a freedom fighter. But if they're not on your side, then you're a terrorist. That's all it is, guys. We never get any context behind why these people are so angry and why are they doing the things that they do. But if you did, you'd start sympathizing with some of them. But yeah, ISIS is here. But, bad guys, if you want to consider them bad, they've always been here. Remember Ramzi Yusuf was here. And they just recently killed, it wasn't long ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, they killed one of the world, the world's most wanted over here. Yeah, it depends. If I'm here, I'm going to file here because I know you can. I saw a guy do it personally with my own eyes. I was at the embassy, and they got a window there, and he was up there, and that's what he was doing. He was filing for his Social Security right over here in the Philippines. What's up, brother? Willie Cook, him and his wife, they were just over here. He said, people hit that like button. Yeah, this is true. This is true, Carey. He said a lot of relationship problems begin when the man loses frame in the relationship. And see, that's what happens over here. We bring all that willy-nilly stuff over here. Everything goes 50-50. This is my life partner stuff over here. It's a lot more deeper over here. But we bring it here from over in our countries, and it doesn't work very well, guys. She's looking for somebody to be that cornerstone, that foundation, the rock. A lot of us, we're afraid. We think, we've been conditioned over there now to think, oh, man sits at the head of the table, or you have some reason to feel guilty or something about it. No, it's your place over here. As long as you handling all the responsibilities and you doing everything that the man's supposed to do, you have to assume that place over here. If the circumstances cause her to switch places with you, man, you're going to be in big trouble. You got to make the decisions over here, guys. You got to put your feet down, your foot down sometimes over here and say, this is the way it's going to be. And this is it. I'm paying the bills. I'm doing everything, not being abusive, but just being the man. We've forgotten what it's really like to be the man over there. We're so used to being the partner over there, wherever you're from. Now over here, you're the man. You're supposed to provide and protect. She's going to do her part. Not saying she's not capable. These women are capable of doing it themselves, but they don't want to. The culture doesn't dictate that. There's no safety net over here. That's why men are so important here. They still have a place here. It's not like over there. Women are assuming our place in the house over there, whether you in the household or not. you'll get real disrespected here because we already have a reputation, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, of being soft over here, of being easy to control, easy to manipulate. Because in their mind, all we want is sex. Everybody's a sex pet. So just satisfy that and you don't have nothing to worry about. You got that. But see, if you come over here and show them something different, because you say, well, Cal, why do they think that? Because there's been so many men come over here who assume that role, that old easy role. They lay down when they get off the plane and let the woman run over top of them because of the sex. Whatever you want to do, baby, it's all right with me. No, that's not the game plan over here. The game plan is, look, we're going to Malwani tonight. And then you're not cooking tonight. We're going to Malwani tonight. We're going to have ribs for me. You're going to have chicken for you and the bihon gasada for the kids. And you say, Calvin, you're controlling. No, I'm not. Because if I let her sit there and with that menu, we're going to sit there all night. She's not going to be able to make a decision. I said, well, what do you want, Merlin? Well, what are you going to have? What do you want? And you'll do that all night. You'll do that for the whole time you're over here unless you know how to make a decision. If you asked her, you're going to defer to her. Well, where do you want to go on your birthday? Well, where you want to go on my birthday? You get tired of that, man. So you say, look, I'm going to take you to Boracay on your birthday, celebrate your birthday. Or whatever. We're going to Peng Lao. Somebody watching knows I'm telling you the truth. But, you know, we bring all that 50-50 shit over here. We don't even know our place over there anymore. Hey, Geronimo Adventures in Gaming said, I just bought the Rosetta Stone language learning program, the unlimited language options. I'm starting with Tagalog first, then on to other languages. You're not going to pull a fast one on me. Yeah, but man, the dialect, see, that's what's going to get you. And, you know, Rosetta Stone, you know, speaking it is one thing. But when you hear it back, it's another. Excuse me. Hey, Willie Cook, thank you for that super chat. He said, you better act like a man. You support, lead, and protect. Thank you, man. See, he knows he's married to a Filipino, you know, for how many years? Did you tell me 20 years or something? He knows I'm telling the truth. I'm not joking, guys. I don't just be on here, you know, yapping, making stuff up. In the Philippines, they're used to that. Their culture says a man's going to be there, and here's what his part. There's certain things that's off limits to me in this house. If I start all of a sudden go get that broom in there and start sweeping the floor, Merlin's going to take it out of my hand, or her mother, or if the helper's here. They're not going to let me do that. I didn't make the rules, but I got to abide by them. But then I'm going to have my own set of rules because I'm moving into a whole different culture I know nothing about. I may feel uncomfortable with a lot of the things. So, okay, I got to have some rules too. I got to have some boundaries. That gate is locked at 8 p.m. every night. There's no unexpected visitors coming over here singing karaoke at 1 a.m. in the morning. When I go to bed, everybody goes to bed. Oh, well, what if they're not asleep? I'm going to tell you just like my mama told me. You lay there long enough, you're going to fall asleep. But these language things, guys, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I learned enough to be respectful. That's what I do. I'm not really trying to be fluent because now my trip, I might as well be at home now. I'm hearing all the gossip. I'm hearing people talk behind my back. See, what I don't know won't hurt me. If I can't understand what you're saying, I don't care what tone you're using. It's not going to bother me. And I didn't come over for that. He says his rainy season over with. January officially, you know. It rained last night. But usually January. But see, the problem is, California World Traveler, is El Nino is looming over the Philippines. It's going to be here when you get here. It's as hot here now as it's ever been in my 14 plus years coming here. It's really, really hot. I mean, it's burning hot. I don't know if you've ever been to Las Vegas before. I won a trip, my first trip as an insurance agent. We went to Las Vegas. We was there for 5 days, and it's the hottest I'd ever been. It feels like that now. So if you're over here now and you don't have to be outside, don't go outside. And that's true. Don't go outside. Yeah, thanks, Kamal. That's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to build some small houses. I just think the value's better. And then, because Maryland's going to own the land, she could easily lease it to you. You're not going to have any problems about how do I lease or can I lease. That's Maryland's job. She used to do all of that stuff. She knows all of that paperwork. And you can sleep better at night. You know, you're not going to be alive for 50 more years, probably. I'm not. So you will lease it to you for 25 years and then with the option of 25 more. But if you're married and you want to put the land in the Filipinos' name, you'll just get the land and the house. Stephen and Ellie says that's a great idea about building small homes there, Calvin. Not many rules and regulations. Most people would be shocked to see some people's way of living there. That's right. Now, I'm going to take a picture. Actually, I'm going to ask them when I walk past on my way out of here. I walk past a little small house they're building. They're not using hollow block. Only the foundation is hollow block. They're using HardFlex, I think it is. It's a little house, but it's a nice looking house. But it's tiny. And I guarantee you guys, they probably, because they're Filipinos, you know, they're just normal, regular Filipinos. They probably didn't spend maybe 150 to 200,000 pesos on that house. Maybe less, because it's HardFlex. You know, a lot of the money that you're going to spend building these houses, believe it or not, even though the labor is cheap, it goes into labor because these hollow blocks is labor intensive. You know, you're sitting there, you know, you got to mix up the cement and, you know, it takes a lot of time, but the HardFlex is different. But I'm going to show y'all this house. I know I'm not just going to build it for foreigners, but you would give, you know, the hardworking Filipinos, you know, a chance at owning their own home. But our market is the foreigner. You don't think I could sell that guest house right now with and lease the land that it's on right there for $10,000? Who wouldn't buy that? I would, and be done with it. You're gonna spend that much in rent probably in everything. What time is the travel said Elon Musk is introducing Tesla small homes for 10 to 15,000. A lot not included. Your wife was telling you that? Yeah, but see, the lot's going to be included in whatever we're going to do because the first property is going to be in Toledo. We already own the land. We already own that lot over there. So we'll build it there. And then, you know, if you want to buy it, boom, there you go. King Arthur says, Calvin, you know from your military experience when they tell you the places not to go to, that's the first place the knuckleheads will go to. Yeah, in the military, you're right. They told us when we went to Brazil, don't go to Copacabana Beach. It's their liability, King Arthur. And I think that's what the U.S. Embassy, that travel.state.gov, it's like, we told you not to go there. There's nothing we can do for you if you get caught up down there. But I think it's just a cover they behind. Greg Lark says, hey, Cal, what's up? I have a son who met a Filipino not too far from me. Oh, wow, with my first grandbaby. Well, congratulations, man. Now, you mean in the Philippines or in America? W Seekers to Success says, where in the world can you live a modern lifestyle without money? Please let me know. I'll take 3. What would you, is that in response to something? Because you certainly need money. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're going to need money. I don't see where you were responding to that. Or where you were responding to W Seekers to Success. But yeah, that's obvious. I don't care where you are. And probably the more money, the better. But it's so many different options. Okay, the lady last night, okay, in Brazil, she was getting the equivalent of 110 euros per month for her and her 2 kids, like a government subsidy. Well, that's like $119 a month. So, you know, with the dollar being the way it is, and, you know, a lot of us get decent pensions and Social Security and stuff, we've got a lot of options. If I were you, I would start looking at my options long before I retire. Don't wait till the last minute. Why would you wait till the last minute to start looking for your options? Most of us, man, I'm going to be honest with you, most Americans, we live on a dot. We don't go anywhere. You know, in black men, we travel less than anybody else. You know, and you're going to find what you're looking for out here somewhere. I mean, if you want to earn money, if that's really your thing, then stay in America, because that's where the money is. But a lot of happiness is out here, man. It was for me. I wasn't fortunate enough to find romance and finance in America and happiness. Yeah, I think I'm going to file in America. Like I said, if I'm here, because that way, you know, I'm at the Social Security place. That's where I want to do it, because I know that Booby is going to be able to, all of my children, they'll still be minors. They'll be able to draw off my Social Security. Michael Onstead says, when I put my foot down, I get Tampo. Well, she'll get over it. What would you rather get, Tampo or disrespected? He said Geechee Land's concert was good. Oh, it was? Yeah, I saw the notification. I got it. Well, see, it's hard to say, PR. I mean, really. There's just so many different lifestyles you can live over here. Are you going to be single, or are you going to have a live-in? Does your live-in have children? Are you going to live in the city, province, somewhere in between? Manila or St. Carlos City? Are you going to rent, or are you going to build? It's really hard to say. That's the question I really can't answer. You're only going to be able to answer that. I can tell you that the average salary in the Philippines is about $250 per month. And middle class is somewhere in between $500 per month and $1,500 per month. You're considered rich in the Philippines if you're earning $3,808 per month. So if that gives you any kind of idea, but because I don't know what you like to do, where you like to go, who you gonna do it with. He says, you gotta let men lead the way. I know that might sound sexist, but it's true over here. That's exactly right. That's what the video's about. But you got to understand, Thomas, a lot of guys, we're not used to that over there. Or we've been living by ourselves so much over there that now when we come over here and get into a relationship, we're going to revert back to the old rules. 50-50 and, you know, I wear pants one day, you wear the pants the next. Now, you got to lead over here. If you got a problem with that, just stay single. Hell, there's nothing wrong with that. Hit the bars up. Yeah, hit the bars up. Yeah, sometimes, you gotta set your rules and you have to set your boundaries because remember, man, we downplay the culture, man. We don't know anything about the culture over here. You may think they're disrespecting you when they're not. It's just part of the culture. So you may be in her sleep and then all of a sudden here comes her friends over at 10 o'clock at night still celebrating her birthday or something. So you got to set some rules and boundaries. And one of mine is, that gate's locked at 8 o'clock. Kamal said tonight's topic's well overdue, yet I'm astounded at 38 at many guys on here claiming they're not used to dominate. And I thought it intensified with my generation. And it's really not so much, being abusive and, and dominating and just, you're leading, you're out front. And she's going to look up to you. She's going to look to you for that leadership over here. And if you're not used to doing it, she's certainly capable. But boy, you're going to have trouble in their house over here. You are. The Beach of Life says it's the same temperature. It just hits different. It does. I'm telling you, man, listen. I went it's a little sorry. Well, it's not really. It's a big sorry store, but it's the same thing. And I just walk in there, man. You talking about? By the time I got back, everything was drenched. I had to take a shower. I mean, it's so hot that I felt sorry for the construction guys. It was a crew on both sides. One is building a wall, and one is actually building some type of structure, a house or something. And it didn't look like they had nothing out there, so I just bought 2 1.5 liter orange. They call it Royal over here, man. I mean, it's burning hot. And that was about 12:30. RDC says, have you ever witnessed anyone going through ETOH detox in the Philippines? As you know, alcohol withdrawal is very difficult and it can result in death. I'm glad John didn't try to stop while in the Philippines. Yeah, well, I've seen a brother do that when he went into the hospital. It just depends on if you really are dyed-in-the-wool alcoholic, which I don't know if I couldn't diagnose John. I didn't go into delirium tremens and all that. Y'all know what I'm saying. DTs when I stopped, but I had a brother that did. And yeah, it can be deadly. A lot of times you have to wean them off. He said, yeah, man, I live in Vegas for now. I go down to California most of the summer. It's hot. I didn't have a choice. The trip was designed in June of 2006. I mean, it's the first time I ever saw those little mist. They got those little mists, those things that blow the mist of water on you while you walking. You need it. What are you talking about, Barry? The house? I'm going to show you the house. Yeah, he says, Zoom to Thailand just went live. He will be discussing those American women chasing men to Thailand. I think they like Calvin. Everyone is hanging on to him a little. I think they like, I don't know what you're saying, but I was talking about this last year, man, because it is a phenomenon. And I wanted to know why. I'm like, why else are black women going to Thailand? What is it? I know they can travel just as much as we can, but they're not going anywhere else, it seems like. in Southeast Asia, but Thailand. Mike Dorsonville says, you're exactly right, Cal. She said she finds it very attractive when a man takes control. That's what they're comfortable with. That's what they're used to. Doesn't mean they're not capable, because they're certainly capable. But one thing you're going to find out when you come over here, if you decide, hey, I'm going to get with somebody over here, is they're going to be proud of you, man. They're going to show you off and show you around. You're her man, so just act like the man. Yeah, tempo is only temporary. I'd rather have tempo than be disrespected. And then here's the thing. I tell any woman, see, that's another one of my rules. And I set that down immediately when I meet them. I don't deal with tempo. I'll leave today. I don't care. I'm not going to deal with that. Acting like a damn 2-year-old. You get quiet. See, that's that would drive me crazy. I'm not going to put up with that. You say something to them and they sit there with a long face and don't say anything and bog down on you. They'll shut down on you, man. And see, I can't deal with that. And that's one of my rules. Even though it's part of their culture, I'm sorry. Listen, man, you're going to have to put that to the side. I'm not going to deal with that. Okay, I'll go ahead and get a hotel for 2 or 3 days or whatever. When you calm down, you call me. Connor says, when mid-February, he said, not quite bad-ish numbers. Hey, but that's okay. You know, I don't know. It's like a phenomenon, Michael. I don't know what happened there. Like I said, maybe something wasn't going on at that time. Remember, that was, let's see, what's today? That would have been Thursday night there. Remember, it's Saturday night. Hell, anybody got a few dollars in their pocket over there, they're out. They're out and about over there. He said, Geechee Lyons a cool brother. He's kind of goofy. Well, we talk all the time. And, you know, he's been through a lot. And I think that's showing now. And I think eventually he's going to be okay. I gave him a few suggestions. You know, number one, man, you know, you got to quit making videos about these restaurants and stuff. You're not in America. You can't do that over here. Man, that'll get you in trouble. If he's lucky to get him in trouble. It could get you killed. You running business off over here? And that's one thing me and John, see, John didn't understand. He never quite really understood what life really was like over here. He couldn't get it. Okay, we're in the midst of a pandemic, a lockdown. People cannot work. Money is just tight. I mean, really tight. And a woman downstairs from him opens up an Okai store. Well, John went to the manager and made her shut it down. I'm like, John, don't you know stuff like that will get you killed, man? You can't do that. Let people earn some money, man. You know, why I didn't come here, it's not in my lease. And this is the attitude he had. That's why they ran him out of Southern Lady. John got ran out of Southern Lady. If y'all go back on one of them videos, you'll hear him talking about it. He had to leave there, man. John get drunk and talk crazy to people, man. They like, look, you got to get out of here. And a lot of guys don't get it. They forget where they are, man. You're not at home. The rules don't apply here as they do at home. The circumstances are different. Well, it's a two right now. It's okay, you know. But sometimes, like during COVID, it was 3. It means, you know, rethink your decision to come here. And 4 is Baziland, Tawi, Holo Salu, Marawi. Certain areas is 4, where they say do not travel. But Philippines as a whole, it's a 2. You know, they're not saying don't come here. They're saying it's some areas that's a 4. He says, can you own a farm? I can't. Merlin can, but she has to go through all the rigmarole and everything. He says, what can you have for protection? Well, I've got like 5 levels right now. I know you can have the bear spray, the pepper spray. I got liquid fire. That's my number one defense. If you can still fight me with liquid fire burning your damn eyes out and all through your brain, then you're a good one. But a guy gave me a knife, man. I'm not going to use it as a weapon. I'm going to use it. It's one of the nicest gifts. Let me see if I can find it. I had it up here. Maryland, see, let me tell y'all something. This is another thing. They will move stuff and don't tell you. That would drive me crazy. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here it is. And this is a souvenir. But I could use it as a weapon, but it's a souvenir. The guy who made this, his father made the swords used in Lord of the Rings. But, he had this specially made. This thing's expensive, guys. He had two of them made. He gave me one, and he gave another YouTuber one. But hell, I can use that, but But it's not, that's not what it's for. But if I thought I would need that, Big Trey Dog, I wouldn't be here, really. I feel safe here. I wouldn't be here. It's not like living in one of them favelas or somewhere where, the bad guys walk around with machine guns and fighting the military and the police. Dave Mann says, hey, Beat Your Life, I've been trying to reach you. You remember Dave, don't you, Beat Your Life? Remember we went to me, you, and him, we all went to the La Lucha, Mexican place. This is Dave. But yeah, I'd rather have that liquid fire. See, because I just tell them it's for my pipes. If you can fight through that, you're a good one, man. Okay, yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of that house over there. Today, I'm going to get it. I'll put it on my community page. Absolutely. This is absolutely right. I'm sorry, man. They don't throw anything away, man. I'll be like, look, get rid of that junk. He says, I was wondering, the Filipinos have a habit of keeping unnecessary stuff around the house, like almost a damn pack rat. I'd be like, damn, get rid of some of the shit. Yeah, that's exactly the problem I have. They will not throw away stuff. Nothing. I mean, she's got clothes in this thing Booby cannot even begin to wear. Okay? Same with her. If I can't wear something, I give away. I've actually, if you come over here, you're an American, I've got some size 40, brand new, real nice shorts, man. I mean, let me see if I can find it. They still got they still have the price tag on them. One of my subscribers sent them to me, man. They're really nice, man. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah. Khaki shorts, man. These are brand new. I've got like 2 or 3 pair, man. I can't wear them. They're too big. And, there's nobody over here I can give them to. Hey, Dave, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, thanks for always giving great information. See you soon. I'm counting down. Yeah, you'll be over here soon. Beat Your Life. Yeah, we all went out to eat at that. Now, he can vouch for this Mexican place. Yeah, he said, okay, Barry, you got them. You got them. I'll give them to you. They got the price tag on them already. Well, $25 each. I mean, they're really nice, man. I just can't wear them. So I said, well, hell, somebody come over here size 40. I got 2 pair, and they've never been wore. Yeah, I save them for you. Yeah, Jim Bowie. But this guy, a friend of mine, Alex Klein, man, he's a real good guy, man, down in Florida. He had it made. His wife, her father was, they weren't knife makers, sword makers. What do they call them when you make stuff like that out of metal like that? But he made the swords used in Lord of the Rings, all of them. I mean, that's an expensive knife right there. You can't buy that in the store. That was handmade. I mean, I'm proud of that thing. I keep it there. And like I said, hell, if I really thought that I was going to have some trouble like that, I wouldn't be here. Now, a lot of times, people say, well, I like to live in these gated communities, right? Well, that's like a flashing red light. You telling people you got money. It was a guy in Bacala a couple of years ago got killed. Him and his wife live in a nice house. I mean, these beautiful houses. But, you're telling people, look, I got money. And a band of, a gang, they targeted him. Robert Dane said Colonel Bowie was my great uncle on my father's side of the family. Yeah, he said I got rid of some of my wife's stuff. It's a bunch of stuff here. They just won't throw it away. It's over there behind the guest house and all of that. Shoes and when I first initially came here, I dropped 30 pounds. I probably gained about 10 of it back. It was because I didn't have a lot of my comfort foods here. Macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes, chitlins, and all that stuff, right? And a lot of times when you're depressed, you eat. And when I came over here, I was no longer depressed anymore. Yeah, blacksmith. That's what I want. My man is crazy. Arm masonry. He said, Cal, you look great after your walk to Dumageddon. My wife said you look 10 years younger. Your face was so much smaller. Great job. I'm moving to Cambodia to walk more. Yeah, I gained a little bit of that weight back because for some reason, man, I got into a funk, man. I'm just now starting back. As you get older, I guess that happens. But yeah, man, I lost a lot of weight. Water weight, especially. Yeah, blacksmith. Yeah, Oliver. I actually saw Oliver Freeman. I was coming out of the Tip Top Hotel. He was in the tricycle, maybe 10, I'd say 30 feet from me. But it was close enough I could see him. He says, hello, Cal and the crew from Palmetto, Florida. I want to thank you for keeping me updated with the current events there. I look forward to seeing you on my next trip. Yeah, it's funny that you must have been staying. Where do you live in Dumageddon? Do you live in Bacone or Darwin or one of those places? Look, that was the direction you were coming from. Bill Smith said you were 100% correct. When you go to the food court and see she can't pick. I just tell her where we're eating, and she's happy. But kids and girls don't like to pick anything. That's all over here, man. You're going to go crazy. And I remember when I was with my wife, my Filipino wife, we went to the restaurant, and, I'm sitting there. I ordered, and she's sitting there, and I'm like, well, are you going to order something? She didn't know how to read the menu. She never saw a menu before. Because their menu is, here's the pot. You take the pot off and look inside. That's their menu at the Carindera. So she's sitting there just looking at it. And I'm like, well, you going to choose something she don't know how? She never saw a menu before. Mike Dorsonville says, a lot of foreigners living in the Philippines, especially the big bad Americans were arrogant. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that'll get you in trouble here. I'm going to do a video about that. It may be tomorrow, Mike, maybe the next day. But it's the inferiority complex that we bring over here. Not for us, but we think that the Philippines and the Filipinos are inferior. That nothing's good enough for us over here. And Ala LaChan said something the other night that kind of gave me the idea. Me and Merlin ate at the Italian restaurant around the corner. There's one opened up. It's authentic Italian food. Well, he didn't know that I didn't drink. So at the end, he brings us 2 complimentary glasses of wine. So he gives one to Merlin, one to me. I don't drink. So Merlin's drinking the wine. And then Ala LaChan says, yeah, I don't care too much about that Filipino wine. And I'm like, well, I don't even know if it came from the Philippines. But and I'm not picking on you, Ala LaChan. You just gave me the idea because I hear this all the time. It's like, man, listen, genius is all around the world, guys. It did not skip the Philippines. There's genius here. Does wine, unless you've tasted all the wine in the Philippines, can you make that statement, I don't like the wine here? But we seem to think, for some reason, that, just like Mike is saying here, that nothing's nothing's good enough for us here. But it really is. If you open up your mind, man. But we think, that this place is inferior. And I don't, that's one of the worst things that you could possibly bring with you. You need to get rid of that at some point. Or you're not going to enjoy yourself. I've seen guys, man, they be in the province. They don't want to sit down. They think they too damn good. Sit your ass down, man. Too good for that. Yeah, we bring that inferiority complex over and put it on them but yet we come over and marry the women and bring them back. Because I saw a vlogger the other day, it might have been yesterday. He made a video of why do we come over here and date impoverished women. Fool, because they're all impoverished. What are you talking about? What difference does that make? But it's crazy. Why do we come over and date impoverished women? But he's dating one, he stay himself. It's crazy, man. Okay, you live right down the street from the Tip Top, but we just bought a new home in Bacone. Yeah. I like Dumaguete. I don't know if I could live there now because of the traffic. I could live in Bacone where you're living now. But Dumaguete, man, I can't do it. We just think that, whatever's over here, or whatever the Philippines has to offer, it's not good enough for us. And I'm like, man, what are you talking about? It's like we're better than them, and this is an inferior place. And, I know where we get that from, that indoctrination that we live in the greatest country in the world. So I don't know if we can go anywhere and not feel like that. But of all the places to come to, this isn't one to have that. Leave that at home because you're going to miss out on a whole lot. He said, I haven't tried Philippine wine. Yeah, you said that. You said you didn't care for it or something in the comment when I sent the video to the group. I wasn't picking on you, but it just made me think why do we always say that? Then I saw the vlogger's video of impoverished women. You impoverished in your own damn home, in your own country. If it wasn't for all the safety nets we got over there. But it just made me think, why do we do that? We're all human beings. We bleed at the end of the day. I don't know, man. I love myself, but I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm not going to put myself above anybody. Not like that. I see people come over here. They're doing too much, man. It's cringy. It's like, better than anybody else. Well, you got a little bit more money. You come from a higher standard of living. Don't mean anything. You're going to die too. But we think, that it's inferior. I don't know where that wine came from. He may have brought it from Italy. He may have got it imported from Italy. Don't y'all know that a lot of them old fancy Louis Vuitton bags that you paying all that money for in America is made right here in the Philippines? Did y'all know that authentic Louis Vuitton stuff, it's not all made in Italy or wherever you thought it was made from. A lot of it's made right here. A lot of the stuff you're using over there, with your head held so damn high in the air, it's made over here. Louis Vuitton bags are made in the Philippines. Some of them with the original stamp, not the phony stuff. This gets the, it's an authorized Louis Vuitton factory. But for some reason, nothing's good enough over here, so we come over here with a nose all up in the air. I ain't gonna make a video on it. It just pisses me off. I'm like, man, y'all don't know any better. Hey, Tony, yeah, you were here in the Philippines, right? Did you ever make it over here? Because I think you were in Bacolod. He says, hi, brother, I'm watching your channel from Medellin, Colombia. How is it over there? I've been, reading a lot of bad stuff about women putting stuff in your drinks and everything over there. Rodney Dasher says, February 27, 3 years ago, I got married. And February 29, I landed in New York, and the whole world went on lockdown. I believe that's when I found your videos because I wanted to know more. Yeah, I got locked down in Zamboanga because I left here March the 10th. Well, my son's birthday is March 10th, but his birthday was going to be that Sunday, which would have been March the 14th. And that Monday, March 15th, everything shut down here. Willie Cook says, I learned while traveling worldwide for 24 years to get into the culture. I met two older gentlemen over there who are wise and cool as a fan. Yeah, that's why I like Angeles City, man. They can school you. If you don't know, they'll school you. Everybody else is too spread out. John Gomez says, I remember as a teen, the labels for baseball gloves said made in the Philippines. Yeah, but for some reason, we just think that we're, the Philippines and the Filipinos are inferior to us. We're still on Earth, guys. Okay, yeah, he said he was inferior. Y'all remember, because you were wanting to come here, but I think I was having my meet and greet. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff that you would be shocked that's made over here. Oh, okay. Robert James got his $50 increase notification. 50. Okay, he says it's safe. I know a lot of men over there getting drugged. But, you can't believe everything, but it's been a lot. But see, that's the one thing I tell new guys that come to the Philippines. If you come to Angeles City, excuse me, you will get schooled. They got a welcoming committee that can help you. They've got a guy now, he's hilarious to me. His name is Ace Bachelor Cool, and he got this whiteboard and he does all this stuff. But he really has some good information if you think about going to Angeles City. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying, Mike. You're making my point right here for me. He says, please keep an open mind about the Philippines. It will help you tremendously when you get boots on the ground. It will. Even when you're here, really, it's going to make your time better. Genius is here, too. You got good stuff here just as good as at home. I've eaten at that Morning Glory Grill in Lapu Lapu, man. I'm just saying, good food is good food, right? It can't get any better than good, great food. To me, they had great food there. That's just me. But if I'm thinking, well, hell, it's another Filipino restaurant, I'm not going in there, whatever it is. I'm not going to buy a car over here or whatever it is. I'm going to miss out on a lot. That's all I'm saying. The women are good enough, but that's about it, huh? Yeah, the coconut wine might kill you. But yeah, we seem to think we're better than, and man, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake, man, because you miss out on a whole lot over here. He said 3.2% increase. How did they calculate that? Everything here is double or triple. It is. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I bought Lola's birthday cake yesterday. It shocked me. You see that birthday cake? Go on my community page. You're going to see the birthday cake from Red Ribbon, my favorite bakery over here. Nobody makes better chocolate cake than they, in my opinion. Okay. Normally, we pay 384 pesos for that size cake. Last year, same cake, same occasion. This year, 691 pesos in a 1 year span. It almost doubled, man. I couldn't believe it, man, because it used to be 384 for that one. Then they had a bigger size one for 585. They don't even sell that anymore because that would probably be 1,200. That cake went up, man. It almost doubled in size. Yeah, well, a lot of police around the world are like this. When I first went to London, England, I was actually in Portsmouth, England. I went to London later, maybe a few days later, but the police didn't even carry guns at that time. They were so different. It's not like this militarized police force at home. I mean, these guys, man, they put on a damn uniform, they turn into somebody else. And it's crazy over there, man. I'm not putting all police down, but they all act like that, man. I'm sorry. Is it because they're paranoid and they think everybody's going to kill them? I don't know. But police, you better give them a fair warning that you're going to walk up on them and ask them a question. I won't even do that. Yeah, he knows all about the bar girls. Yeah, he's funny, man. And, guys like him, like I said, I'm not going to knock him. He's in Angeles City, he likes walking street. Life is simpler for guys like that. Maybe they've been married before a long time. They learned their lesson, not like me. I never learned my lesson. There's no way I'm supposed to be married. I have a live-in, nothing. Hell. But I just didn't learn my lesson. Some of them guys did. Because Jungle Man Space Cowboy, he learned his lesson, man. He's a player up there, man. He's hilarious. Go on his channel, man. He be showing you some women in his house. He brought one woman to the meet and greet, and then the next video, hell, it was a totally different woman in his house. He sent me a video of him and a woman. It was funny. He said, Cal, this woman's got a crush on you. I'm like, well, they all say they got a crush on me. And everything he said, she said. Don't you want to meet him? Yeah, I want to meet him. Tell him to come on over here. They laying in the bed. They both naked. It's funny. Hey, Robert Dame. He says, come on, guys. Join the chat as a member. Tell us about the perks, Calvin. Well, you get members only. Now, Wednesday will be my first members only live stream. You get members only content. You get previews of my upcoming videos. And eventually, when I do get these t-shirts and mugs made, when me and Marilyn get around to doing it, you're going to get that when you come to, if you ever come to the Philippines. But thanks, Robert. Yeah, he says, what's this? John Gomez says 100% increase. Damn. There goes my 3.2% increase. Yeah, I don't know how they figure that either, Robert. Oh, okay. Now, Red Ribbon, the chocolate's pretty good. Because I like, you know, one thing I like about cakes, I always have, I like them moist. He said, I'll be Angeli City in January. It's a spectacle to me. I enjoyed myself being there. Hey, Sam, thanks for the super chat. He said, dumb question, what's the waste management like? When we first moved here for about the first year, man, it was like being out in the desert. I'm like, damn, where's the damn garbage? Now they come twice a week. He said that we get members only jackets. Yeah, the police now, man, it's crazy over there. I'm telling you. And it's not just because they kicked in my door and terrorized my family. I'm just telling you that when you come over here and you see how the police are, it's in total contrast to what you're used to. I've been stopped, man. The police was following me one time, man. I got to say this, I got to get off here because we got to go to the grocery store. But they're following me on the bike. Then all of a sudden he hits that, that funny sounding horn they got, the lights flashing. I'm like, oh, shit. What have I done now? Maybe the trolls and caught up with me, right? They want to take a picture with me. And, man, you talking about a relief, man. It came over my face. But they're just so friendly, man. I think police should be like that. When I was young, and remember, I'm 60. So when I was 8, 9 years old, we had a police. His name was Frank. He was foot patrol. He knew everybody. I mean, this was the how I was introduced to police. Real nice guy. It's turned into something totally different now. Yeah, he said my first trip here, I was blown away by security there. Guy with a shotgun standing at the door smiling and opened the door for me. And he helped me flag a trike down when I left. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just afraid them damn them old ass shotguns and 38s won't work. Okay, John, thank y'all so much for all your super chats, super stickers, thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders members. I got to get off of here, guys. We go to the grocery store on Sunday. But I got to end it with my theme song. But, guys, when you come over here, just remember, assume your place at the head of the table. Don't feel awkward. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel out of place. It's your rightful place over here. You're not at home. You got to lead. She wants a leader, man. You go to the restaurant, go on and order for her. You're going to be there 30 minutes longer.
Sunshine Shooter, the real Mitch Sunshine Shooter, boots on the ground. Sunshine Shooter, the real Mitch Sunshine Shooter, boots on the ground. Sunshine Shooter, the real Mitch Sunshine Shooter, boots on the ground. Sunshine Shooter, the real Mitch Sunshine Shooter, boots on the ground.
Take care, everybody. I'll see y'all next time.